Hello everyone! Today we have a 20-minute full body Pilates routine for beginners. This workout is perfect if you're just getting started with Pilates or if you're looking for a slow-paced yet challenging workout. Let's get started. Come to your back, interlacing your fingers behind your head, keeping the rib cage and tailbone pressed into the mat. Take an abdominal curl. Draw the ribs down towards the hips and lift the head and chest. Stay lifted and begin to breathe in for 5 breaths and out for 5 breaths. Breathe in 2, 3, 4, 5 and out 2, 3, 4, 5. Continue breathing just like that. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Keep your eyes on your thighs and use your exhale to pull your core tight and curl even higher. Just a few more breaths in 2, 3, 4, 5 and out 2, 3, 4, 5. Maintaining the neutral spine with your tailbone on the mat. Last one here. Let out all of your air and relax. Beautiful start to class. Now let's bring one leg up to tabletop and then the other. Bend your elbows and glue your ribs and tailbone to the mat. Exhale to tighten your core and reach your right leg long. Return it to tabletop. Press your belly button towards the mat, sending your left leg long, and return. Continue alternating. Exhale to reach the leg straight out in front of you, and inhale to drag the leg in. The lower the legs, the more challenging for the core. Just a few more here. Last one, and give your knees a hug. Hugging both knees in, scoop the abdominals and lift the head and chest. Exhale and extend one leg straight out while reaching both arms by the ears. Return to the starting position and reach the opposite leg out, arms by the ears, and return. Continue alternating, keeping the ribs and low back pressed against the mat. If the neck hurts, place your hands behind your head. Exhale to scoop the abdominals and pull 1 inch higher with every reach. And rest. Let's move into glute bridge. Draw your belly button down and curl your tailbone under. Lift your glutes only a couple of inches off the mat. And lower down. Repeat that a few more times, really activating the glutes. Draw your belly button down, curl your tailbone under, lift your glutes only a couple of inches, and lower down. Press your feet into the mat as you peel your low back off the mat to a hover, and release. This time let's lift into a full glute bridge, rolling the tailbone toward the ceiling. Peel the spine up 1 vertebra at a time until you reach the tips of the shoulder blades. Pause at the top and lower down chest, back, and finally hips. Continue rolling into your bridge, pausing at the top. Hips and knees should be in line, and slowly lower all the way down. Last time, lift and hold at the top, opening through the front of the hips with both hip bones even. This time we'll hinge the hips down to a hover and press up. Again, down in one piece and press through the glutes to lift up. Continue exhaling as you lift, anchoring the shoulder blades down into the mat. Good. And for an added challenge, float your arms up to the ceiling and continue. Keeping the abdominals tight to prevent the back from arching. One more here, pausing at the top. Lower the arms and roll all the way back down. Moving into crisscross. Interlace the fingers and place your hands behind your head. Glide your ribs down towards your hips and use your stomach muscles to lift the head and chest. Be sure to keep the head heavy in your hands. Rotate to bring the right shoulder to the left thigh. And rotate in the opposite direction, keeping the elbows open. Stay lifted as you move through center. Keep going. Exhale as you twist through the waistline, keeping your hips still. Tailbone pressing into the mat, keeping both shoulder blades lifted. Let's do one more set, lifting one more inch through center and lower down. Really good work. With your legs in tabletop position, bring your arms into cactus, pressing the back of your hands into the mat. Plant your shoulder blades and take a small rotation through the spine and return to center. Twist to the other side this time, feeling those obliques as you twist. Keep going, allowing your opposite hip to float a few inches up, and exhale as you twist, keeping the shoulder blades pressed into the mat, keeping the knees lined up as you twist. One more time. And hug your knees into your chest. Let's flip onto our stomachs for baby swan. Place your hands under your shoulders. Gently press your hip bones into the mat and lift your navel away from the mat. Press into your palms and peel your chest and head off the mat a few inches. And then slowly lower your upper body down to the mat. Again, send your chest forward and up, and lower, continuing to find length on the way down. Exhale to lift and draw your elbows in towards your body. And inhale to lower. Exhale to lift, lifting your gaze. Keep going. Keeping your low back long as you lift. Last one, pause at the top and hover your hands off the mat, drawing your shoulder blades down and together for 8, 7, 6. Keep lifting your abdominal. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Press back into child's pose for a nice stretch. Take one deep breath in and out. Setting up for side leg lifts. Lay on your left side, lining up with the back edge of the mat. Hinge your legs forward towards the front corner. Engage your core so that your waist is slightly lifted off the mat. And float your top leg to hip height and lower down. Flex the foot as you lift and point as you lower. Continue lifting and lowering. Firing up the side glute muscles. Exhale to lift. Keep the top hip forward. Two more, reaching the leg long. Hold the last one at the top and make tiny circles in one direction, driving energy through your heel as you circle. And reverse your circle, keeping your pelvis as still as possible. Now slowly glide your leg forward just in front of the hip. And then back just behind the line of the body. Keep the range of motion small and move with precision as you glide your leg forward and press it back. Keeping the core tight. This time, hold your leg back and tap the toes down behind the supporting leg and tap in front of the leg, making little rainbows down and up, down and up. Try keeping those hips stacked and slightly forward. Last time. Let's grab our right ankle, pushing the foot into the hand. Feel a stretch down the front of the leg. Gently press your hip forward to deepen the stretch. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Good. Place your left elbow under your shoulder for side plank. Stack the knees and take the other hand behind the head. Pull down under the shoulder to begin lifting your body off the mat. And slowly lower to a hover position. Again, exhale to lift. Pulling your belly button to spine as you move. And lower. And exhale to lift. Press the shoulder away from the ear. Keeping the ribs closed. One more, using the whole body to control this movement. Well done. Let's take a mermaid stretch, grabbing hold of your top ankle. Reach the left arm up and side bend towards your toes. Take a big breath. And now place both hands down and twist in the opposite direction. Let's reverse this little series. Lay on your right side and hinge your legs forward towards the front corner. Lift your waist off the mat slightly and begin to lift the leg and lower. Flex the foot as you lift and point as you lower. Using the outer hip, the glute medius, to lift. And continue, exhaling to lift. Keeping those hips forward. Hold the last one at the top and make tiny circles in one direction, inside the hip. Reaching both legs long. And reverse your circles. Keep your abdominals engaged and pelvis still. And now slowly glide your leg forward just a few inches front and then back just behind the line of the body. Keep the range of motion small. Keep your abdominals engaged. And hold the toes pointed, tap down behind the bottom leg and in front of the leg, making little rainbow shapes. Keeping that leg parallel. Last time. Wonderful. Let's grab our left ankle this time, pushing the foot into the hand, opening up the quad and hip flexor. Slightly tucking the hip forward to protect the back. Breathe in and exhale. Good. Now place your right elbow under your shoulder, stack the knees. Again, pull down under the shoulder to begin lifting your body up and off the mat in your side plank. And slowly lower. Exhaling to lift. And inhaling to lower. Pulling your belly button to spine as you move. Keeping your ribs closed. And lower down. Great work. Let's take our mermaid stretch, grabbing hold of your top ankle. Twist away from your toes, rotating through the waist. Wonderful. Come to a seated position for half roll back. Place your hands behind your thighs and press your feet down into your mat. Draw your abdominals back and send your tailbone forward. Keeping your abdominals scooped in, round forward and stack your spine tall. Again, roll back, scooping the abdominals, pressing the shoulders down. Pause. And then round forward and sit tall on the bones in your glutes. 2 more. Exhale to round back, making a capital letter C with your spine. Stay rounded. Bring the body forward and lift tall. Exhale to round back. Only roll back as far as you can while keeping the feet down. And this time we'll hold our round back position. Release one hand at a time for an extra challenge and move from the center as you lift forward 1 inch and pull back 1 inch. Exhaling to reach forward and inhaling to scoop back. Just a few more here. You can always return your hands to your thighs. Moving from the core. Last one, and then articulate your spine as you roll all the way down to the mat. 1 vertebra at a time. Head last. On your inhale, send your arms forward slightly and tuck your chin. Grab your thighs and hollow through your abdominals, lifting up 1 vertebra at a time. Great work. Prop yourself up onto your elbows and take your legs to tabletop. Tap your toes towards the mat and slowly return to table. Exhale to lower and scoop your abdominals in. Slowly return to table. And continue. Keep the ribs dropped towards the hips throughout the exercise. Exhale to lower. Lift through your heart center. Last one, and move into scissor. Taking one leg towards your nose as the other lowers, and switch. Focus on keeping the work in the abdominals. Legs can stay bent, or you can straighten your legs for an added hamstring stretch. Continue to keep the abdominals strong and shoulders anchored down. And relax. Fantastic, everyone. You're doing such great work. Let's come into all fours for some arm work. Bring your elbows to the mat with a neutral spine and a strong core. Use your triceps to extend your arms, and then bend your elbows, lightly tapping the mat. Again, continue extending the arm and bending using your tricep muscles. Keep the shoulders down, hugging the arms inward to engage your back and chest. Just a few more here, controlling the lift and lower with the back of your arms. And rest. Let's finish with a plank series. With elbows under your shoulders, step back into forearm plank. Lift your navel in and press up through the shoulder blades. Take a few breaths holding your plank, drawing your abdominals in, extending your tailbone long. Stay in your plank and begin to rock forward and back, staying on one plane. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, tightening the core with every exhale. Staying lifted through the shoulders and pressing back through the heels to engage the legs. And let's pause in the center. Twist the right hip towards the mat and lift to center. Twist the left, rotating through the waistline and return to center. Let's do a few more here. Exhaling to twist, inhaling to lift. Continue, keeping the shoulders pressed away from the ears. Last set here, finishing strong. Pause in the center and lower down. Really beautiful work. Let's end class with a few stretches. Hinge at the hips, walking your hands forward for a nice hip stretch. Take one deep breath in and exhale, releasing any tension. And switch, crossing the opposite leg in front. Take your chest forward, lengthening through your spine. Breathe in and out. And sit tall. Final stretch. Bend your elbow, bringing the right palm toward the center of your back. Use your left hand to gently stretch the back side of the bent arm. Exhaling fully. And switch. Staying lifted through your abdominals and pressing the shoulders down away from the ears. And you are done. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this Pilates routine, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more at-home workouts and movement tips. Have a wonderful day. Take care.